So hopefully this works out. Hopefully everything's good. Hopefully we don't have double audio. Over the last week, I watched the anime series, the Isekai Overlord, and I gotta tell you, you want it in one sentence. It's in the title. Overlord is massively overrated. So among that, we'll be speaking about other things. My kid brother's joining me. We'll be talking about the newest anime that we're watching. We're talking about the newest episode of Jujutsu Kaisen, and of course, a few other fun things in between. So let's get started. Welcome to the newest episode of SDW.
Super Dario World!
Alright, so like I said, laid back, Tuesday, just chilling, talking anime. Hopefully everything can be heard fine. Let me just see if Eric, you appear here. You good? You do that? You alright? You talking? Can I hear you? Say something.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear
Am
you.
I here?
Yeah, I got an image. Actually, I want to talk about this very quickly. Have you seen the newest Snow White image?
No.
Have you seen that? Look at the screen. Look at it. Look. Yeah, I forgot to talk about this yesterday, so now I'm talking about it today.
Who's the actress?
She's the girl from In the Heights. It's a musical that came out recently, but she's not the important part here. She's a Colombian girl, I think. But check out the dwarves. All right, these are the dwarves. Look at that. Check that out.
I see Peter Dinklage in there. Are they a little well, not little?
You think? You think? This is the only person who is like an individual with dwarfism, because they're not dwarfs. This really annoys me. Dwarves are not real, but it's a person with dwarfism. These are just normal people. Like, this guy looks like a pirate. This guy looks like he's going to the disco. This guy looks like he just, he's a hipster that would just left the office in New York, or maybe Portland.
The effort guy looks like Serial Pharrell.
Yeah, that's true. So it's like, what that? It's really funny. And this is this is a very important lesson for you. Just pay attention. Write this down. It's impossible to please everybody. If you look at this casting, it's like, well, we don't want to offend dwarves, so we're going to add a person with dwarfism. We don't want to offend Latinos, so we're adding a Latino. We don't want to offend women, so we're adding a woman. We don't want to offend black people, all that stuff. So it's impossible not to piss off everybody, but it's super easy to piss off everybody. Like, it's the easiest thing in the world, and it looks like this is what they were going for with this casting choice. I don't know that this is all Peter Dinklage's fault, by the way. Because Peter Dinklage was like, what? Putting people, like, hiring dwarves to do Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. It's like massively, I don't know, sizist. I don't even know what the word would be to criticize that. But it's like, all right, congratulations. 6 jobs for people with dwarfism just got taken by normal people, like normal height people. And it's all because of Peter Dinklage. But since they didn't want to offend people with, dwarfism, they're like, we gotta keep one dwarf in there. And he's probably gonna be dopey. So it's honestly, it's hysterical. It's super funny. I saw the image. I wanted to talk about it yesterday, but I forgot, and now I get to share it with you. It's just the height of stupidity. By the way, Mom Nasty, David Martinez, thanks for joining us. Yeah. What were you gonna say?
I can kind of respect Dinklage's strategy here.
What? Never to get a job anymore ever again?
No, he's making sure that other dwarf actors don't get popular.
Listen,
so that he'll take, if we keep getting dwarf characters to get cast, is gonna keep beating Dinklage.
I guess
he's killing the competition.
Maybe, I don't know, but it's just let's say funny. It's really funny. Also, I mean, adding a girl here, was it really necessary? You remember, it's like they all lived together and slept in the same room, and I think they saw Snow White kind of as their mother. So now what the hell is gonna go on? I don't know, man. The point is, this just looks like but honestly, it looks like a group of friends from Portland. That's what I'm looking at here. Like, this is the cast of a show from Portland.
Yeah, I am. I mean, I think the guy in the back kind of looks like Jesus Christ, I guess.
Oh yes. He looks like the guy from who created Twitter. Was that Dorsey? Is that his name?
Yeah, I kind of see a Power Rangers vibe going on here.
I just don't know why you got pirates in there. I don't get it. Like, this guy straight up, he looks exactly like the pirate from Dodgeball.
I can see that.
Yeah, except fat. He's a fat version of that pirate. It's ridiculous. Honestly, I hope that this is one of the movies that gets delayed because of the actors strike, and just never sees
That
the
shit's
light
still
of day.
going on.
Well, it just started. It started last week. I talked about it yesterday, but don't worry about it. We don't need to get into that. We already talked about that. Well, I already talked about that. But anyway, how you been, buddy? The show was delayed today, and it was kind of my fault. You want to know why?
What happened?
I was stuck on the roof.
Knowing your house, I could see that.
I was stuck on the roof of the house. I was up there doing some stuff, and when it came time to get down, there's only 2 places where I could jump off because I don't have a ladder. I was like, I'm still young enough. I can still do it. But my dog would not get out of those areas. Wherever I went, she was like, "Are we playing? This is the greatest game ever. What are we doing? What are you doing up there, you crazy human?" And she just kept following me around. I was like, "Get out of here, Midna. I need to jump. I'm late. I'm late already. I already complained to Eric last week that we were late, and now it's my fault because I'm stuck here on the roof like an idiot."
Yeah, I bet you just wanted to catch you like actual Midna, from Twilight Princess?
Maybe.
With a big hand?
Maybe, but I wasn't gonna risk it. I just wanted her to get out of the way. Eventually, she gave up.
She would have cushioned the fall.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't want to have to then go to the vet and get some x-rays and stuff, and that just sounds expensive. Not in this economy. Not in this economy, Midna. But anyway, what we're going to talk about today, before we even get started on all the anime stuff, so we're going to talk about some of the animes that we watched over the week, and we're going to talk about Jujutsu Kaisen. I hope that did you catch up on the episodes? Are you watching them?
Yes,
apparently,
I did.
Apparently, it's going to be more than 2. I mean, it has to be more than 2. I don't understand what the hell they're doing on the website, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be more than 2. It's the only way that would actually make any kind of sense. But
Yeah. So also, I kind of got spoiled a little.
Ooh, what happened?
Even with the spoiler, I looked up a character.
Oh, you fool!
No, because it was like I remember like they mentioned them before, so I guess they're in the first season. That should be fine. But it told me what one of the characters in the new season does involving that character.
Okay.
Like, okay, so this is where it's going. I still don't see the point of the going backwards.
I
Even
don't
with
get
the
it.
spoiler.
Dude, that show just doesn't make sense. The animation's great, but before we even get into that stuff, update. I started playing Dark Souls, finally, and I gotta tell you, I hate the rule that you gave me for the dumbest fucking reason. For those of you who don't know, my punishment before the start of the NFL season, I have to finish Dark Souls because it's one of maybe Eric's favorite games of all time. And the rule he gave me is that I can't look up anything online to help me. And so I started playing the game. I beat the first boss. It's super easy. Once you know how the game works, basically you just have to dodge at the right time and learn their patterns. It was super easy. The demonic something in a temple thing.
The Asylum Demon.
The Asylum Demon. I beat that guy. And so after, as I'm reading the hints in the game, it tells you that there's a way you can jump and that there's a way you can kick. And for the life of me, it's not fucking working. It's not working. So I was like, is this game just fucking trolling me? Is it just trolling me? Is it even possible to do? And I can't look it up. I can't look it up because of your stupid fucking rule. So I'm just sitting there mad. I'm like, fucking Eric. I bet this is exactly why he did that rule. He just wanted to piss me off.
I forgot how bullshit the fucking kicking was in the first game.
I can't kick, and I want to. It seems
you just do forward and bumper at the same time.
Forward and bumper?
Yeah, forward and attack.
Well, it ain't working for me. Is it the strong attack or the weak attack?
The weak attack.
And how do you jump?
You sprint and you press the same button.
Oh, okay. So you have to jump while sprinting.
Yeah.
All right. Well, they didn't explain that. Anyway, all right. That was driving me nuts.
It's very annoying in the first game because later on they switched it to you sprint and you jump by clicking the stick, which is still awkward as hell. But
yeah.
At least you could still run and roll.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't do that in the first game.
Gotcha. All right. So now that I got that out of my chest, now we can talk a little bit about the shows that we watched. So Jujutsu Kaisen, you said you spoiled something. Let me guess. Let me try to guess which character you spoiled. Okay. You were trying to figure out who the guy they introduced at the end of the first episode was.
Well, I actually knew about him last week.
Okay, so it wasn't him?
No.
All right, then I don't know. Who was it? Which character, so that I know who not to look up.
I googled Tengen-sama
Ah, gotcha. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
because they mentioned him a lot, and I was like, wait, I'd heard something about this one. It has something to do with the barriers and the school. So I remembered it was from the first season.
All right, so but for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, let me just do like a quick little recap here. Basically, we're going to be talking about that currently the season 2 of Jujutsu Kaisen is airing right now. So every single episode, we're going to do like a little recap. Well, not even a recap, just give our thoughts. Honestly, the one thing that I thought was cool of this episode is that they finally explained kind of what Gojo's powers are, and I still don't understand them. But there's an explanation at least. I can go back there. Basically,
I think in Shonen Jump, they actually had like 3 mathematicians go on there and like sort of explain like actual math. Like, so this is how the negative infinite numbers and all this stuff works.
All right, listen, it kind of makes sense in a way, but if they would have said that just his powers are bullshit, that would have been enough of an explanation. It's just bullshit. It's not fair. But all right.
There's a mathematical explanation to the bullshit.
Point is, I'm not really sure where this show's even going. I don't understand the purpose of it. Are we just gonna see an adventure from these characters? I don't see how it fits into the grand story as a whole. But at least it looks cool. The thing with the teacher was fucking hysterical. That was great. That was a great little bit of comedy. But I don't see the point of this particular show.
Yeah, so season 2 has basically been so Gojo and his friend, they're like super strong sorcerers.
Uh-huh.
And they're supposed to protect this blue hair chick.
Yep.
And they're constantly being attacked by enemy sorcerers.
Yeah,
or
no,
curse
I like
users or whatever.
They did like the whole John Wick thing that there's a bounty and there's a timeline and all that stuff, and that's cool. But I keep getting this bizarre feeling that this season would have been better before the movie. You know, it's kind of to build up the friend, because the friend is the villain of the movie. So I think it would have fit better that way. I don't know what they're doing. And you look really yellow.
I know. I think it's the sun.
The bastard. Bossed it from a basket. It got you again.
You fooled me, Jerry.
Damn it. Well, it doesn't matter.
Oh, now I'm in the dark.
Yeah.
I guess I'll have a holy light on me. It's okay. Yeah, I don't. So I'm guessing the friend's gonna be evil at the end of the season, and that's like leads us into the movie. But that also makes me ask the question, why?
I don't know. I don't see
like
the
him
point.
turning evil at the end wouldn't like surprise me because I've seen the movie. He's evil in the movie.
Yeah, we already know this. So this show's gonna be like the making of the villain that we already know how his story ends. It's really weird. I don't see the purpose. I mean, it's cool, but as part of the grand story as a whole, I don't see how it connects or anything. And the villain just losing money at the races is really bizarre. I
love that it's Dio from JoJo. I was like, wait, what's Dio Brando doing in Jujutsu Kaisen?
I don't know. He's losing money. Clearly, he doesn't know what's up.
If they gave him the voice actor for Dio, I'm assuming he's gonna do something important.
Let's hope so, or at least something cool. But we'll see.
And losing at gambling, that just makes him relatable.
I guess. I don't think I've lost that money gambling, to be honest. I think overall, in my entire gambling history, I think I'm in the green. Or what was you call it? In the black? I'm not in the red?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm in the black, so I've never lost money that way.
And I got lucky like one time, and I just don't want to test it anymore.
Fair enough. All right, so did you watch anything else this week? I watched a couple of shows. And I know that one you can talk about for sure.
Yeah, I started watching which one? Hajime no Ippo. Nothing new, but
what's Hajime no Ippo?
That's a boxing anime from the early 2000s.
Okay, tell me about it. Where do you watch it? Well, what is it about? Is it cool? Well,
it's like a young high schooler who's kind of a wimp but has a lot of heart.
All right, that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he starts off from scratch, like wanting to box because he's going up against these bullies.
Is this the one that's like a farmer kid?
No, he's like his mother owns a fisher. What do you call it? a fishing shop, I guess.
Like, sure.
Yeah.
So
So he's like,
I'll let you talk about it a little bit.
yeah. So he's like naturally strong because he's got those fish lifting muscles. And then he starts getting into boxing because he sees like oh, like I'm getting bullied all the time. And then one day a boxer shows up and he defends him, and he's like, yo, that's cool. So then he picks up boxing. It's why am I on the big screen?
Because I'm letting you describe it, and also
Okay.
I wanted to fix this because you kept. I'm sorry, so you can see me a little bit here. Because there was all the Zoom stuff was still here at the bottom of your screen, and I want to get rid of it, and that's why I put you in the big screen so that I could take myself off and I could actually fix all that stuff.
Oh, gotcha.
I was doing background production stuff. Damn it! You didn't have to point it out.
But I find it weird talking to myself all of a sudden. Like, all right, me, let me tell you about the show you watched.
Dude, it was awesome. All right, it's really cool. All right, fine.
But I don't know. I am a sucker for the storyline of the wimp who becomes like
through hard work, right? Through hard work.
Yeah,
he's got the heart. He may not have the talent, but he's got the heart.
He's got that dog.
Yeah. All right, that's cool.
How
long is it?
It's one of those series that'll make you want to go out for a run or something. You're like, you know what? If this wimp can do it, I can do it.
Yeah, I totally get it. You get inspired. You get inspired to do better, and to train more.
Also, I think it's long as shit.
Really?
But well, let me see. Hajime no Ippo. Oh, came out in 2000. Jesus.
It's not that old.
True. How many episodes? 75. Oh, it's not that long.
It's like 5 seasons.
Yeah.
All right, that's not too bad. You can do that on a weekend.
Other than that, what have I watched?
Mostly...
I tried to watch Castlevania and got bored.
The Netflix one?
Yeah, the final season.
Hey, Chuck Dominguez, Hajime Ippo, good anime. So he's agreeing with you.
Yeah. I got bored with Castlevania.
Really?
Yeah, like I don't know, it just didn't grab me again. Like one of those shows that I just turned it on for a while and it's like, I could just not watch it.
Listen, if it's not your thing, it's not your thing. I love Castlevania. To me, it's one of the best things on Netflix. But if it's not your thing, it's not your thing.
They just could never replace Dracula.
Oh, what season are you in? Like 3?
4.
4. Yeah. Listen, the first season's great. The second season's a little weird. It ends great. Season 3, if I remember correctly, it's the build up to season 4.
Yeah.
Season 4 starts off okay, and then it gets a little weird. But overall, I enjoyed the show overall. I didn't like what they did with Hector. I didn't like what they did with a lot of characters. But overall, it was okay. It was fun. Really cool. In fact, I really liked it.
Well, it just wasn't for me, let's say that. And speaking of not for me, god damn, I just can't get through My Hero Academia.
Really?
Yeah, like
save My Hero Academia rants because I want to watch a little bit too. Because
I'm not gonna spoil it. It's just it's another one of those shows that every time I'm watching it, I like it, and I'm like, yeah, this is not. This is good.
I did not expect that sentence to come out of there, but all right.
Well, no. Like while you're watching it, you're like, yes, I like this. And then you stop watching it and like for the day or whatever. And then the next day comes and it's like, I don't really feel like watching it anymore though.
Okay.
Like it doesn't have anything bringing me back. Being like, oh yeah, I can't wait to watch the next episode.
So it's not particularly special.
Yeah.
Sinville, what's your guys' hot take on Rent a Girlfriend getting a 3rd season? If you haven't seen it, good. It's unbearably bad. Listen, I haven't seen it. I really want to, just because it sounds like exactly the kind of crap that I like watching. I love trash anime. I love it. I'm not gonna say it's good. I just love having it in the background while I do other stuff because I can do it really quickly. And I feel like I watch something, and I don't know. I enjoy. You know what? I enjoy watching a show and being like, man, this dude hasn't spoken to a woman ever in his life, but the fantasy that he has of women comes out super funny, and I enjoy watching. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
I do feel that.
Yeah, it's like clearly this guy has never dated a woman, because clearly, or
Perhaps even spoken to
or
one.
Perfect even spoken about it. Perfect never even seen one in his life, you know, like in the wild. But his idea of women comes from dating games, and that's what they write. So they're writing a
And that's why
fantasy.
you gotta watch The World God Only Knows, damn it.
That's why they're writing a fantasy version of women, and I find it super funny. I enjoy that because again, it's trash, and I don't expect anything from trash. That's the thing, and it comes a lot from Overlord because a lot of people like in Overlord were saying it's really good, it's really enjoyable. It's like, you know, the image of the horse, you know, like the Lord of the Rings horse, but the first half is really good, second half is really good, third half it's like a perfect image of a horse. And they do the same with Game of Thrones, but the end of the horse is just like written in crayons and vomiting and stuff. So they did that. I've seen that with a bunch of animes. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to watch every single anime on that list. One of those was Overlord. So I'm expecting it to be good. It wasn't. It was okay, but it wasn't good. All right, I expected it to be good. When I expect something to be good, I want it to at least be, you know, reasonably entertaining, well-made, quality stuff. If I'm gonna go watch something that I know from the beginning is meant to be trash, I don't care if it's trash. I'm there for the trash. I'm there for the junk food, all right? I don't eat McDonald's expecting to get thinner, all right? I'm there for the junk food. So I'll probably watch it. I'll watch it, and then I'll give you my takes, Sinville. Because I know me, I'll probably like it. If it's really bad, I'll probably like it. Because that's what I'm into.
All I know from Rent a Girlfriend is that the author is into cuckolding. That's it.
Oh man, then I might not like it. I have a lot of issues with that.
And I've seen a chapter where he makes that very apparent.
Oh yeah, then I may not like it. That really annoys me. That really stresses me out. All right, I can't live out that fantasy. I can't hit the ball back, man. I'm sorry. I don't get it. I don't understand it. But the point is, My Hero Academia.
On a road I can't follow.
So My Hero Academia, not for you.
My Hero Academia, I believe, is not for me. Yes.
All right.
But the second season was better than the first one, but that's because there's a tournament arc. That's cheating.
Hey, no, tournament arcs are the best, man.
That's why it's cheating.
Yeah,
like,
well,
you made one of the best shonen anime tropes. I have to at least watch it in its entirety.
I see, now I kind of want to watch it now that I know there's a tournament in there, just because that's just great TV.
The tournament's really good.
So, one anime that I was kind of rewatching that I'm sure you're gonna enjoy this. I needed a show that I could watch with my girlfriend, and so perfect. Eurocamp, Late Band Camp, dude. This show's so good.
You want to spend more money, huh?
The problem with this show is that it makes you want to buy camping gear just like crazy. That's the biggest problem, because you're like, man, that looks super convenient.
Has gotten more money out of me.
Yeah, it's like, oh man, I can't start a campfire over there, but if I buy this thing right there, and they're giving you recipes, they're explaining how things work, it makes you want to get out there. That's the beauty. That, you know how you were saying that the other one makes you want to go work out and sprint. This one makes you want to go out there into the wild, into the wilderness. And it sucks that it's summer. And actually, I'm going camping next weekend, but we're going to Arizona, and we're probably gonna die.
Shit.
Yeah, it's gonna be super hot, but we're getting out there. We're going out into the wild. We'll see if we survive. I mean, Minna, we'll see if she survives, because she's black. And but she's a dog, by the way.
And it is Arizona.
And it's gonna be super hot, deadly hot. So we'll see how it goes.
What I meant.
Yeah, but we're gonna go out next to a river, so hopefully it'll be fun. But yeah, Eurocamp, love that freaking show. Love it. It's phenomenal. I'm so happy that I got this tin in Japan. You remember this?
We should have gone camping in Japan.
Well, yeah, we didn't have the gear, man. That would have been crazy expensive. Are you crazy? Actually, no. Rewatching the show, because they keep mentioning prices. And you're like, man, it's way cheaper over there. So it's like 2,000 yen to camp out a night, right? So that's, what, 15 bucks?
Yeah, but we did see the gear, and a lot of the gear was pretty expensive.
That is true. So yeah, so it's a hobby that's expensive to get into, but getting out there to do it's not that expensive. Like for example, camping out in Arizona, for us, it was 30 bucks a night. And it's not high season because we're all the only idiots going out there during the summer. But yeah, it's not cheap. Over here.
They're like, okay, you want to rent your gravesite?
And you know what's crazy? You would think that there's more camping spots over here in the US, so competition would be cheaper. In Japan, there's not as many spots, so it would be more expensive, but no, it's the other way around. Now maybe this is because this was pre-COVID, pre-inflation, pre all that stuff, but I don't know. Point is, I'm enjoying watching this show again. Greatly enjoyable. It's basically just a bunch of girls camping. That's it.
Also,
There's no other plot. There's no bigger grand scheme. It's just girls going out camping, and you learn about camping, and you want to go outside.
Yeah. Also, what are you talking about? Japan not having any spots? I think 90% of Japan is not populated.
No, but I mean compared to the U.S.
Well, yeah, I guess per capita.
Yeah, there you go. Yes, I mean,
Oh no, I lost the holy light of Jesus.
Just land mass alone, there's more land in the U.S.
All right, I guess so.
Fine.
Well, you can't use like Albuquerque and places like that because they got all that radiation poisoning. Or is that Nevada?
Albuquerque? I don't know. You mean where radiation? You mean what? Like nuclear test sites? Wasn't that New Mexico?
Well, was that New Mexico?
That's New Mexico, I think.
That was Breaking Bad, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I told you.
You got me there. You got me there.
I gotcha.
And another show
That's how Walter White got cancer.
That is true. Another show that I started watching, and it's because, again, specifically because I wanted to watch trash.
Sometimes you're just in that mood.
Well, I was looking for another show that I could watch for this season. Because, you know, I wanted to watch shows that came out this particular season along with Jujutsu Kaisen so we could converse every single week. Maybe like, I watched this episode or something, or I watched this. So I wanted to watch, like, shows that came out during the summer, that started their season during the summer. I miss having something that I watch week to week, and I wanted to give something a shot. And again, as I mentioned already, I like trash shows, and so I gave Masamune Kun's Revenge a shot.
Oh,
right?
no.
It's season 2.
No.
And I was like, I'll watch the first episode. So why no? Tell me. Elaborate.
Because I read the manga.
You read the manga?
I know how it ends.
Oh, is it terrible?
Oh my god, it's the fucking worst. One of the biggest wastes of my fucking life. One of the stupidest fucking plot twists I've ever seen.
All right, so maybe I won't keep watching because I only watched the first episode. And for those of you who haven't seen it, apparently it's basically, oh, Eric, you could probably break it down better, but from what I got from the first episode is a dude who used to be a fat loser, and got bullied by a girl, gave him like a pig's feet nickname or something. The dude basically, when he moves away, he loses weight, he gets in shape, he's kind of now a good-looking dude, and they meet up again in high school, and his objective is to make the girl fall in love with him so he can break her heart. So it's vengeance. So I thought, oh, this
came out when I was in high school.
Really?
The first season. So all my boys and I were like, yeah.
Sinville's
like, great.
Sinville's like, no, is the ending bad? But listen, Eric doesn't always get things right. Sometimes he hates things that he shouldn't because he's wrong. Or maybe it's because you read it.
Look it up, bitch. Look it up.
I'll watch the show, bitch.
So, you know what? Watch the full show.
Fine.
It'll be a slow and painful death.
Listen, maybe the anime has a different ending. I don't know.
Yeah, because the anime is known for fixing the problems in the manga.
Well, that is true. Well, the point is, I read the premise and I was like, this sounds kind of like Love is War, but
it's a great premise. It's really fun.
It's a great premise. It's like, fuck that bitch. I wanna, like, listen, she made fun of me. I'm gonna get like really ripped, and I'm gonna bang her, and then I'm gonna break her heart, which is, based. But
great premise.
Yeah, it sounds like just exactly the type of trash that I would be like, I'll sit here and I'll enjoy this. I'll have this in the background, and it made me laugh. The key was in the pilot, there was one moment that I laughed out loud, and so I was like, all right, I'll give it more of a shot. But now I'm not so sure because of that particular description that you gave it.
No, watch it all.
No, I don't want to. Like, all right. Is the ending better or worse than Scum's Wish?
Scum's Wish's ending was awesome.
Fuck you!
It's
the worst fucking ending. Well, it's not the worst fucking ending, but it's terrible. It's disgusting. There, I felt that.
Fuck the protagonist.
See, Sinville. See, you can't trust Eric. Eric's an idiot. He has the worst fucking taste ever. He doesn't understand.
The best character was a teacher, and she's the only one with a happy ending.
Doesn't understand. First off, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. But I meant the ending for the main character. The main
girl is a piece of shit.
They're all pieces of shit.
The main dude is fucking boring as shit.
Listen, we won't get into Scum Switch right now. Maybe another time. Maybe we'll do a thing of the worst fucking anime endings we've ever seen. Because there's a list. I'm sure there's a list. And
it was like School Days. It was an awesome fucking ending. it almost made the entire series worth it.
Of course.
Almost.
Dude, School Days is awesome.
School Days is great to watch in its entirety.
What anime were we talking about once that we completely disagreed on best girl, and then with time you grew up, you matured, and you realized that I was right?
I think it was Aremo.
Aremo?
Yeah.
Is that the one with the dude and the sister?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the one. Yeah. So see,
Well, I mean, we clearly agreed it wasn't the sister.
listen, yeah, no, of course not. But it's one of those things where you're like, maybe now seeing it as an adult, you'll be like, maybe the ending was good. Maybe.
No, I still know the ending.
I still hate it. I'm still mad.
Dude,
I want that time back.
I could completely destroy that argument right now just telling you what happens if you want.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. No spoilers. I still haven't seen Sixth Sense because I'm still mad at Felipe for it. But by the way, how's the audio?
That's a good twist.
I'm worried about the levels. I'm just gonna bring it up just in case. So hopefully that works out. But anyway, yeah. So I'm gonna watch this one. I'll give it a shot. We'll see. You know why? You know why I'm gonna watch it? Because the main girl is like a super tsundere, and that's just exactly my type. And I'm like, all right, I'll give it a shot. Why not?
Well, you should watch Nisekoi in that regard.
Nisekoi, what's that?
It's another like kind of trash. Two chicks fighting over a dude, but they're like involved in the mafia.
All right, you had my curiosity. Now you have my attention.
So they're like the mafia, and then there's high school, and yeah, basically it.
All right, that's a show.
Yeah, Nisekoi.
Where? Let me see. Nisekoi streaming. Where can I find that?
Gotta be Crunchyroll.
Hulu. All right. Crunchyroll. Cool. All right. I'll put it on my list. In fact, I'll put it on my watch list.
Put it on the trash list.
All right. Listen, I love trash. Love it. Nisekoi False Love.
Yeah, I believe so.
All right. Cool. I'll give it a shot. So
one that I got my eye on because I'm looking at the list for the summer.
Is it the jobless reincarnation thing? I was considering that one, the jobless reincarnation, but I'm kind of sick of isekais for the moment. Like I need a palate cleanser, and that's why I use trash as a palate cleanser.
I see. Every time there's an isekai, I immediately remove it from the list. So isekai is kind of like an automatic, like, oh, thank God, I don't have to watch this.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough. So which one do you got your eye on? Actually, I think we can go through the list of the new, like, you think Crunchyroll has it somewhere?
I always use my anime list, but
let me see. You
list.
see popular new?
You can see that, I guess.
Mushikoi Tensei, Jobless Reincarnation, Me and Roboko, The Girl I Like Forgot Her Glasses, Rankings of Kings. Oh, I've heard good things of Rankings of Kings. Have you heard anything?
I have not.
Sweet Reincarnation. I got a cheat skill in another world and it became unraveled in the real world. You know what? I don't think this is not the new.
This is not just new.
So where do you go? My anime list?
MyAnimeList.net. You just look up summer 2023 anime.
All right. 2023. All right. So which one's got your attention? So obviously we're doing Jujutsu Kaisen. See, second season of Mushoku Tensei. Again, that's the one, Jobless Reincarnation.
Yeah, the one I like is Zom 100, Bucket List of the Dead.
Okay, where is that? Did you see it somewhere?
It's the third one at the top.
This one?
Yeah.
Psalm 100. Zombie.
So basically, it's like about
in a trash-filled apartment, 24-year-old Akira Tendu watches a zombie movie with lifeless, envious eyes. After spending 3 hard years at an exploitive corporation in Japan, his spirit is broken. He can't. This is too relatable. He can't even muster the courage to confess his feelings to his beautiful coworker Otori. Now they lost me. One morning he stumbles.
I got it. He stumbles upon his landlord eating lunch, which happens to be another tenant. The whole city swarming with zombies, and even though he's running for his life, Akira has never felt more alive.
All right, I gotta tell you, that sounds cool.
Fun as hell.
That sounds fun as fuck. Psalm 100. All right, so now we know what we're talking about next week.
The design of the chick.
All right, let me see.
Looks pretty good.
All right, so let's see. Let's just open it up here. Big. So that's the chick.
Yeah.
All right, dude. That sounds fun. Let's talk about that one next week. Hopefully, it's on Crunchyroll or something. Easy to watch. Yeah, it's got to be. It's got to be. Yeah. All right. What else do we got here? What is
A
that?
bunch of sequels is the problem. Horimiya
Bleach.
is a sequel, I believe, as well for Horimiya.
Masume-kun's
The new
Revenge.
Bleach.
Why do they only... A Girl I Like Forgot Her Glasses, The Eminence in Shadow, Rent a Girlfriend Season 3. That one I'm going to watch just to give Sinville my thoughts on it.
Bungo Stray Dogs, that one, the first season, also came out when I was in high school. And I guess it must have gotten good at some point, because, my God, they're up to the 5th season.
Really?
I thought it was going to be a one-and-done show.
Which one's the one that was created by the dude who makes One Punch Man? Is that Mob Psycho?
That's Mob Psycho 100, yeah.
All right. The Devil's a
They're
Part-Timer
making it-
Season 2? What? What?
They're making a Rurouni Kenshin
Dude,
remake, I
dude,
suppose?
wait. The Devil's a Part-Timer Season 2 already came out. What the hell's going on? I saw it. It was trash. Season 2 sucks. It's disgustingly bad. They mean Season 3? I don't know. I'll look it up. I'll check out this list later. Reign of the Seven Spellblades. Am I Actually the Strongest? The Dreaming Boy is a Realist. Reborn is a Vending Machine.
Oh, Japan.
Fucking isekais, man. God. My Tiny Senpai. Yeah, that one I might watch. It sounds funny. Classroom. Let's see what it is. What do you think this was about? What do you think this was? This is a slice of life? You think this is a slice of life?
Oh, it's gotta be a little.
All right, my senpai from work is tiny and cute. Shinosaki
Relatable.
is an office worker who is taken care of and coddled by his senior team member Shiori Katase, a gorgeous, profoundly kind, loving, and diminutive woman. Shinosaki certainly hopes that she's not doing it out of duty, but her joy of doing so increasingly exposes her feelings. All right, so again, it's going to be one of those shows that I complained about last week, that it's just two people who like each other, but the dude never makes nobody makes any fucking moves.
Also, I fucking hate the dude's design.
Yeah,
Boring as shit.
Yeah. All right, Classroom for Heroes, Dark Gathering. What do you think Classroom for Heroes is about?
Classroom for Heroes?
All right, so a long time ago, there existed a demon lord who terrorized throughout the world until a hero stepped up to the stage and challenged the demon lord, ultimately defeating him and ending his reign. The hero then created Rosewood Academy, an academy, blah, blah, another school one. All right, I guess.
Oh, but it's an ecchi, though.
It's an ecchi?
Yeah, that means it's pervy.
All right, that's good at least. Undead Murder Farce, The Duke of Death and His Maid Season 2. My unique skill makes me OP even at level 1. That's fucking bullshit.
Wait a minute. I think I've read that one.
Yeah, really?
Is it the one I'm thinking?
I don't know. Let's see.
Oh no, that guy has a fucking gun.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got a...
Well, that does make you OP at level 1.
Masterful Cat is depressed again today. What the fuck even is Japan, man? What the fuck even is it? I don't know.
Magical place.
Point is, we'll check these out. I think we can both agree with the zombie one. Monogatari.
Yeah, a lot of these don't look that interesting.
Eric, Monogatari. Is that the one that you said that they talk really fast and where they do this a lot? Yeah, is that it?
A lot of broken necks.
So Monogatari Season 2?
Where is that?
It's right here. Monogatari Season 2. Does it look familiar?
It's not on my list. Oh, no. Monogatari second season. No. That's Mononogatari.
Oh, okay. So that's something else?
Yes, that is not from the...
The Monogatari. It's not one of these. It's not one of those.
No, I don't believe so.
All right.
No, I don't know those characters.
Okay, fair enough. All right, so that's the ones we went through. So we'll probably check out the zombie one and discuss it next week. And I'll check out Rent a Girlfriend just because it sounds like really crappy. And I'll give Sinville.
Trash.
Yeah, sure. Why not? So now let's get into Overlord. All right, Overlord. Have you seen anything about Overlord?
Part of the first season.
All right, what'd you think?
It came out in the early wave of
The isekais?
like the modern isekai boom.
Uh-huh.
But I think at that point I did start getting sick of them. I mean, I saw SAO, I saw freaking Log Horizon, I saw Hack Sign. I think I saw at that point. What's the mechas one?
What?
I've seen this one.
The mechas?
The Escaflowne.
Okay. All right.
So I kind of had my fill at that point, and it just didn't grip me that much.
Fair. Well, I just finished watching. I binge watched all the seasons, right? So all 4 of them, and there's potential in that show, but if I have to describe it just with one word, that word is lazy. And not just lazy writing, it's the show is made super lazy by lazy people. And I have a GIF here that'll show you why. This was aired on television, all right? They put this on TV. I want you to look at it. People got paid money, and they put this on fucking TV, all right? Look.
All right.
Look at that! Look at that! Look at that! Let me see if I can put it on loop here. The normal, can I just...
It looks like Fire Emblem Three Houses.
Dude, what the hell is that? What is that? How can you accept money to put this on TV? It's madness. It's crazy. It's one of the worst things I've ever seen. It's disgustingly bad. And I feel it's a perfect way to describe the series. The series, first off, I'm not a big fan of 3D animation. I get it. I get why they do it. It brings budgets down. They can do a lot more with it. I understand. It's still super crappy. And you don't put that on TV. Listen, Demon Slayer uses 3D, but it looks really fucking good. And to the point where you don't even notice when it's 3D most of the time.
Well, also, Ufotable makes like 2 anime per year.
Yeah, that's just disgusting. And some of the episodes are just characters talking about things that don't make any fucking sense, and they're just prolonging a conversation for no reason. This show drives me nuts because it has potential. I just don't think that they're doing it right. So it's supposed to be about a guy. It's an isekai. So a dude who gets trapped in a video game goes into another world, and the NPCs that all his friends from a guild created basically come to life, right? And they start behaving like real creatures, and so he decides to conquer a world. I find it super annoying because they're 10 times more powerful than every other character in that world. So that for starters annoys me. There's nothing wrong with having it.
The Jackie Chan rule.
Yeah, it breaks the Jackie Chan rule. Now, I'm not saying that it's impossible or that you shouldn't have like an OP character or something. Like Gojo makes sense in that particular world. Saitama makes sense in his world, but it's one guy.
Also, to be fair, this guy was being a villain. So
yeah, but it's one guy who is OP as hell, and the rest of the cast makes it interesting. And in the case of One Punch Man, it's first off, it's a comedy. And second, the point is building up a character who could face Saitama, right? It's building up a villain. Here, the main character is the villain, and they never actually build up anybody to challenge him. So you never actually feel like there's any threat whatsoever. Like these characters, even the weakest of them could probably conquer the whole world. They're powerful enough. There's nobody who's even close. So you're never worried. There's never any stakes. You're just like, well, why aren't they conquering it? So the way that I would have handled it, maybe that could have made it some way interesting, is that the main character, he's supposed to be human and he's now an undead in another world, right? So he doesn't, and he's surrounded by a vampire, a demon, whatever this bug guy is, dark elves and stuff. So these are evil creatures. They should expect their undead overlord to be evil. And so this guy has to find a way to do things that are good and evil at the same time, so that these guys, who are the only ones who could actually challenge him, do not take over. So he should always be tense that one of these guys would decide that, you know what, now I'm going to take over because you are clearly not strong enough, you're clearly not smart enough. But every single one of
it's a group of Sith.
Yeah. So, but every single one of these characters sucks their dick. Like they're just over the hills in love with the guy. They worship him. So that's never even, sometimes with this guy, you're like, well, maybe he's a little sneaky, maybe he's doing something, but no, then they do an extra scene where he's like, oh, the master's brilliant. He's 100, 1,000 steps ahead. And you're like, what are you fucking doing, guys? What are you doing? The humans just give up and there's really no sense of dread throughout the show. Now, what the dude does is horrible stuff. Like, they've massacred villages, and they turned them into undeads, and now they massacre more villages, and the people in the towns that are about to be attacked are just kind of in their house, and they're still really polite. You're like, oh, princess, you shouldn't speak that way. Oh, I'm sorry, blah, blah, blah. There's no desperation. You know how desperate I would be if, I don't know, in freaking Tecate, there was a bunch of White Walkers and they were coming in this direction? People would be looting stuff like crazy. You'd be, you know, I don't know, like setting up some type of traps in your house. Something. It annoys the hell out of me. The world doesn't feel real at all whatsoever. And what sucks is that the cast of characters is actually pretty phenomenal. Like, the vampire is fucking hysterical. She's great. And these two, the dark elves, love them. They're phenomenal characters. Everybody else could kind of take them or leave them. But those three are just money. And the world just sucks. There's no mystery as to how they got there, because the main character is not really curious about how he got there. He's just kind of like, well, I'm here. Like, I would be, you know, wondering, like, am I still stuck in the video game? Is this actually another world? Am I gonna die? Do I have, like, what's happening to my body? What the hell's happening? There's no curiosity at all whatsoever. And there's no challenges. There's no nothing. And it's not even brutal enough. Sure, they kill off certain characters, but it just feels like they added storylines for no reason. And the main characters are never actually in any danger. It's just like, oh, that show was brutal. They killed off all these characters. Yeah, B, C tier characters that nobody cares about. They just basically added them just to make you feel bad, but not really. They don't go full evil, and that annoys me. Like, these are supposed to be evil, and they're doing evil stuff, but they don't go full out evil, and it annoys me. It really annoys me. And so I'm like, I'm watching this show, and I just keep thinking, like, man, it's such a wasted opportunity for so many things. And it ends up being boring because I know what's going to happen already. Like, I already know the main character is going to win. Why? Because they're 10 times more powerful than anybody. There's, like, not even a real challenger, not even close. Like, season 4, they kind of added somebody who appeared out of fucking nowhere. But still, once the fight started, you're like, yeah, it's not even close. So what's even the point? It's really annoying. Now, if you wanted to build it up kind of like One Punch Man style, like, all right, this is the level. And now I'm creating characters that are leveling themselves up, trying to challenge this guy. That could be fun. But they ain't even doing that. Because all the other characters are like, well, we accept that we can't beat him, so why even try? And then all of a sudden, he's like, well, I'm going to conquer you. Like, but why? Because you attacked my carriage. Like, oh, well, fuck me then. All right? We attacked your carriage. All right. You seems kind of wildly out of proportion while you're destroying the entire fucking country, but okay, I guess it's fair. We did.
Don't touch my ride.
Some bandits did attack your carriage. Jesus Christ, I don't know, it's just stupid. Like, either if you're gonna be evil. If and they try to, I don't know. It's like the writer is afraid of making the main character unlikable or too evil, but it's like, this is just boring. It's boring me. I'm at the point where I got bored watching it, so I'm like, man, this is overrated. Massively overrated. Not exciting, not nothing. I was playing Dark Souls while I was watching the show, because I'm like, half the time they're just talking nonsense, and it makes no fucking sense whatsoever, and they're just it's just filler. Like, seriously, if you just want to watch one episode that'll prove my point, watch the second to last episode of season 4. It's just talking after the freaking army got fucking destroyed, and they're having tea in a room, and it's like their army just got destroyed, and they're still being polite and like, oh, what are you gonna do now, princess, blah blah. Like, you should be desperate. They just destroyed your fucking army. The demon lord's about to come in and kill all you fuckers. There should be, you know, like a little bit of or maybe show us something that's interesting, because you know what they didn't show us? The fucking battle. They didn't show us the army being destroyed. That's why I'm saying this show's fucking lazy. But you showed us a bunch of characters having fucking tea. Stupid. Fucking stupid. I hated it.
Well, maybe they still had, like, the secret reserves, like Cersei in season 8. You know,
oh yeah, the Golden Company.
Her army wasn't decimated for some reason, and she still had all the advantage.
Oh sure, yeah, I forgot that. No, they didn't. Now, supposedly, like, oh, the real end games begin at season 5, but I'm just like, dude, this is just stupid. It's a stupid show that makes no sense. It's a bizarro fan. And again, you could clearly tell that this dude's never talked to a woman in his life. None of them. And I hate the fucking thing of, oh no, that the main character doesn't want to bang some of the super hottest chicks. And the excuse for this one makes no fucking sense. He's like, oh, well, let me see. It's because every single one of these, they were created by my friends, so they're like my friend's daughter, so I don't want to touch him, blah, blah. It's like, dude, they're not fucking real. They're not real. They're NPCs. And also, fine, I'll give you that. What about every single other girl in the world? You know? He does interact with them. So it's just, it's not a real man. It really annoys me.
Maybe his bony dick just looks weird and he's self-conscious about it.
I think he lost his dick, and I think they say that
Maybe that's why he's evil.
I think he should be. I think they say that in episode 1. It's like, well, that's another sword I can't use, or something like that. Alex Jones, haha, is it not for you? I like it so much. Rate around a 9, ha ha ha. Dude, Axley Jones. All right, listen. We've shown in this podcast specifically that two people can watch the exact same thing. One of them can think it's great. The other one can think it's total trash, like Scum's Wish, because it's just not my thing. And so to me, it annoys me that it has so much potential. And if they would have gone balls to the wall with it, it could have been good. But they didn't take any risks. They don't do anything sexy with it. They don't do anything fun. It's boring. It's predictable. There's no antagonist. There's no challenges. It's just annoying. And no matter what happens, this something annoys me with Magic, because Magic is just bullshit. No matter what happens, the main character always has an item, a magic item that he collected off fucking screen before the show even started that's gonna save him. There's no grind. There's no nothing. He didn't have to earn anything in this world. He just has it. He just came there. He's 10 times more powerful than everybody else. He has all the magic items he's ever gonna need, and that's it. There's nobody challenging. There's no worthy challenger for anything. So it annoys. It's not my fantasy. All right. I can't hit the ball back, man. Again, to me, a good show, you need to watch the grind. You need to watch a boxer get his ass kicked, have all the fucking heart in the world, keep grinding and grinding and grinding until he gets better. That's fun. Now, if you're going to have somebody who shows up there and he's 10 times more powerful than everybody, then the entire world has to be against him in a way that it's fun. And the world should be, if this guy's evil, it should feel like the world of, you remember Attack on Titan? When a Titan shows up at the gate, how people went nuts and berserk? Here they don't show the people at all whatsoever. So it just annoys me. It really, really annoys me. Actually, maybe in season 6 when some other OP opponent balances things out. Season 6! Season 6! What? You're like one of those fools from One Piece that's like, dude, at episode 500, that's when it gets really good. You need to watch it.
Yo, bitch,
like,
you better not talk trash about
dude, but I mean, they say that with a straight fucking face. It's like, yeah, when you reach episode 500, that'll get great. It's like, dude, come on, man. And I'll give it to you.
One Piece that it was always good.
I watched the first few episodes of One Piece. It was good. I enjoyed it. But there's a point where it becomes so daunting. Like 1,000 episodes is really daunting. And the problem is that if it's 1,000 good episodes, it's like I can't have it in the background. I'm gonna need to sit there and watch. It's a problem. It's a problem.
One Piece is one of those shows that I would say to everybody: do not try to binge it. Just
do one a day. Dude, if I did one a day, it's gonna take me 3 years. If I watched one episode a day, it's gonna take me 3 fucking years to watch One Piece.
Don't worry. The
actually sounds like a fun challenge. You know, like
one piece a day keeps the doctor away.
Maybe. Jesus Christ. But yeah, it just wasn't for me. This show. Maybe it is for you. And if you enjoyed it, good. I've always said it. I like trashy anime. I enjoy it, and I sit down and I know it's trash and I enjoy it, and I don't give a fuck because it's the type of thing that I enjoy. If this is the type of thing you enjoy, good for you. I just can't objectively say that it's good. Like with trashy anime, I can say objectively it was trash, it was bad, and I like it because it's bad. This one, it's just, I guess it's just, they first off, they oversold it to me. They kept telling me it's great, it's one of the best, you'll enjoy it. Because again, I kept mentioning to people that I'm kind of no, because I kept mentioning to people that I'm kind of sick of isekais, and they're like, no, you gotta watch Overlord. It's different. It's a bad guy. You'll enjoy it. It's really good. And I'm watching it, and I'm like, they lied to me. They lied to me. They played me for a fool. It has all the things of isekais that annoy the fuck out of me. Like, for example, Digimon does not annoy me whatsoever because, again, it has the grind. It has the character struggling, almost getting killed every single time. It gets the struggle. Little by little, they keep getting better. They keep getting stronger. They keep understanding the world. There's the grind.
Digimon does it clever because the progression of their monsters get more powerful as the characters develop.
Yes.
So whenever a character breaks like a personal struggle that they have, that's when their monsters evolve.
Yep.
So that's why it always has, that development going on in the background, and it's shown through cool ass monsters fighting.
Yeah, and Inuyasha, they slowly keep getting stronger. Freaking Escaflowne, it's slowly she helps the main character. Well, the main character helps the prince unleash his inner power in a way. So it's slow. It's a slow progression. I hate it when they start off already at the finish line. Like, oh, well, this is the strongest I'm ever gonna be, and they didn't earn it. It's really annoying. As you know, I guess it's just not my cup of tea because it's not my fantasy. I've never had the fantasy of being like a god, basically. And if I was, I would do things so differently. Like, there'd be so many pregnant chicks out there, you have no fucking idea. Like, every single one of them. All of them. Including the vampire, who I'm pretty sure can't even have kids. But it's one of those things that I would have done things very differently. And it just annoys me. So.
Yeah, like I said, Overlord came out at that time when they started trying to do all sorts of weird stuff with isekai just to stand out.
Mm-hmm.
And this one, the gimmick was, it's the bad guy. But he just refused to go all the way with the gimmick.
Which, like, right, again, it could be fun if it's... Alright, if you're gonna make the characters, the NPCs around you, actual living, breathing creatures who have a mind of their own, well, these are evil beings. Every single one of them is evil. So the main character needs to do things to keep up with their evil because the evil characters don't understand loyalty. They understand power. All right? There's one trope about monsters and all that stuff that who's the leader? It's the most powerful one or the most vicious one. Always. And so they're just loyal to him for reasons. Well, I mean, I get it because, oh no, the creators and all that stuff. But if you start seeing your creator slip up or being like, dude, why didn't he just kill and eat those people like we normally do or turn them into zombies? Like he's starting to show weakness. I could take over. Because that's one of the things with the dark side. As you said, do it like the Sith. Like the actual challengers for him are right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These 7 could take him down. So these should be the biggest threats, and these should be the ones who are forcing the main character to keep having to do evil stuff. Sometimes he even doesn't want to. So you have the threat from the outside world, who every single human hates him, which, by the way, humans negotiating with an undead makes no sense. You know, they try to sell like, no, but he's actually good. He'll give you food and all that stuff. Dude's massacred people, right? He's massacred a bunch of fucking countries. If you think he's gonna take pity on you, you crazy. You crazy. So it makes no sense, you know, if you look at it in a logical sense. So all the humanity should be, you know, teaming up against this guy trying to take him down. And at the same time, one of these guys has to be doing something to take him down from the inside because they want the power. And they realize, well, if I take him down, then I'm the king. So it should be an inside-outside game. This should be Game of Thrones in many ways. A whole bunch of sabotage, a whole bunch of backstabbing because they're evil. And evil characters do that. There's no loyalty. But they don't do that because I think the writer is like, no, well, I love the character, and so they must love the character too, because of reasons. I don't know. It really annoys me. Yeah, Axley Jones, maybe you'd enjoy a prequel where the guys of the guild are playing the game. That was the grind. Maybe I'd relate more. Maybe if they did a prequel where we saw the building of their guild, where they, you know, become the Tomb of Azeroth or whatever, where they build all that, maybe I would appreciate it a little bit. But right now it's just free. And I don't think I would still like it as much because it's a grind in a video game, right? Grinding in a video game is not the same as doing it in real, like a boxer training for a match in the real world. It's you need to do it every single day, because if you don't do it every day, you get weaker and weaker. And this is what bothers me with isekais using video game rules. It's lazy. It's because, well, I don't want to have the character train every day to keep up their level. I want them to just reach a level, and then all of a sudden, well, you're never gonna go lower than that. It annoys me, right?
It would be interesting to have a video game where, like, it's an RPG, but if you don't play it for a while,
You get weaker.
your character gets weaker and leveled down.
Yeah, that'd be fun. That'd be
That'd
enjoyable.
be kind of interesting.
Yeah. And so, I don't know. It's just, like I said, I'm watching it, and I was like, this is overrated and lazy. Why is it lazy? I'll show you again. I'll show you. I got the fucking receipts. Look at this. Look! They put that on TV! They put that on TV! By the way, that whole battle's a fucking disgrace. It's just a fucking disgrace. Overall.
Also, fire arrows are of no historical precedence, really. So,
Whatever. That's not.
Sets me on that.
It's
on
a
that
fantasy
front, too.
world. Maybe in that world they do it. They found a way to do it. But yeah, literally, I'll tell you what happened in that battle. So there's a town that the villain guy has been helping, and he gave the leader of that town a horn that summons goblins, right? And so she used it once. She summoned a whole bunch of goblin workers, and they've been building this town, and ogres join them and whatever. And so the prince of the kingdom goes to that town, and they're attacking it because, they're like, fuck you, you help the other guy. It's not exactly that they're there for information, but they decided, the people of the town, they're like, well, we like the other guy because the other guy helps us. And the prince is like, well, F you dudes, I'm gonna attack you. So they got 5,000 soldiers. They're attacking it. The ogres they are overwhelmed. The goblins are overwhelmed. The chick's starting to run away. As they're running away, they're about to be run over by cavalry, so she uses the horn again. And the horn summons an army of like 5,000 goblins. And I'm talking like 1,000 heavy infantry, like 1,000 archers, 1,000 mages, a group of assassins, stuff like that. So elite goblins. And you're like, this is just fucking bullshit. Like, this is basically Deus Ex Machina. Like, out of nowhere, you get you're being
Also,
attacked
Goblin
by...
Slayer taught me anything. A lot of sexual assault about to happen.
Oh, definitely. So it's like, are you kidding me? You're being attacked by 5,000 soldiers. First off, you opened the gate, which annoys the hell out of me. They didn't attack from the defensible position. They do this a lot in that show. They walk out of their castles to fight. It really annoys me. But it's like
it's the worst. It's the worst fucking medieval fantasy trope.
Yeah. So they're being attacked by 5,000.
You know what castles are for?
So that you don't have to leave them. So that you can defend it from in there. But yeah, they're being attacked by 5,000. And all of a sudden, they got this magical fucking horn that last time gave you like a dozen goblins to help you build stuff, summons an army of 5,000. It's fucking bullshit. And here I was thinking, they're gonna massacre all these characters, so it's gonna be maybe like a consequence thing, maybe a little vengeance. No. Just like, here, have this free 5,000 army of goblins, elite goblins apparently, which I've never heard of the fucking elite goblins ever. But alright. It's just, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it with all this fucking magic. I can't do it with all this fucking bullshit coming in there. I can't do it with him not banging all the hotties. It's just annoying the shit out of me.
He said he doesn't have a dick.
You can't magically create a dick? Are you kidding me?
A magic dick?
Dude can make himself look like a normal human. Like, I mean, he wears an armor and stuff. I think I got an image somewhere. This one. Like, he actually, like, he has a, what do you call, like, an alter ego, which is an adventurer. He became an adventurer, too. I don't know.
Looks like Buster Blader.
I don't know. It actually looks pretty cool. But, yeah. I don't know. It's just not for me. All right? It's not for me. It annoys me. Overall, the show is annoying me, all right? I can't do it anymore. I can't do it.
I like the large-breasted lady with the horns.
Albedo? That one? She's like... They did this thing in the first episode where he went into her software or whatever, and he wrote that, and Albedo is madly in love with me. And so she's madly in love with him, and it's really annoying, because again, it's not earned. She's just in love with him. because he changed the software. And also the vampire's madly in love with him. They're all madly in love with him. Again. And these are evil. She's a succubus, right? A succubus, and she can manage to seduce him. It's super annoying. It's really annoying. And I'm supposed to believe it. Here's the thing. I'm supposed to believe it. Me. I'm a man, all right? I'm a man probably about the same age as that fucking guy. And I'm supposed to believe that this guy isn't going in there and just slaying ass left and right. Are you kidding me? I'm supposed to believe that shit. A succubus, right? They do that professionally, all right? She's demonic. She's demonically meant to do it. And
well, technically they would kill you if they banged you.
no, they just steal your energy, your life force and stuff like that.
But no,
But it depends on the version.
succubus,
Like
they're
you remember the Konosuba succubus?
Was that in the dream?
Yeah, you're asleep and then they feed from you and they give you like these kick-ass dreams and stuff.
Yeah.
A virgin succubus. Yes, thank you, Ashley Jones. The girl's actually a virgin succubus. You know how bad you have to be at your job? It's like a vampire who's never drank blood. A werewolf who's never turned into a wolf. Jesus Christ. It's just annoying. All right.
Sometimes these writers just throw everything at the wall. All the tropes.
It's just lazy, right? And not taking risks, but looking it feels like they want to be edgy, but it's just they're not going far enough. They're not staying on one side or the other. They're right in the middle, and it feels really weird. It's because they want to make the good guy the main guy be kind of like a good guy, and they try to sell it like he's a good guy. And the world kind of reacts kind of like he's a good guy, but he's not. The actions do, again, he just started, literally this is what happens in the last season, right? So there's in season 3, they have a fight against the kingdom, right? And so he kills like 150,000 soldiers with one spell, which again, bullshit. And so the kingdom is like, we won't fuck with that guy. All right, listen, fair enough. We won't mess with you. And then the following season, they're sending carriages with food across that kingdom into another kingdom because they don't have food, right? They're doing humanitarian work. Why? I don't know. I don't know why they're doing humanitarian work. Apparently they have an abundance of food because since they're undead, the undead can work 24. It's like having robots work 24/7, and so they have a surplus of food. Now, why do you have a surplus of food? Because you're feeding your humans, right? And so it should be kind of like this human utopia, except that if you kill those humans and you turn them into undead, then you don't have to feed them, so you don't have to make them produce food anymore. But whatever. Point is, they have a surplus of food and they're giving it to other kingdoms. And so one of those carriages with food is crossing to the kingdom, and one idiot noble decides to attack that carriage. And so they take the food. So now the response from that guy is like, well, now we're gonna kill everybody in your kingdom. Which, listen, if this guy is that bad and that crazy, cool. All right, you build a villain that's truly evil stuff. I understand. All right, go for it. Any excuse whatsoever, I understand it. But that's not how you're trying to sell him, right? You're trying to sell him as like the good guy who's sending food, who's doing all this humanitarian shit. Pick one. You need to pick one. And now you can try to sell him in a way that he thinks he's doing the right thing and he's not insane for killing an entire fucking country worth of people. But you need to pick one. You can't be both at the same time. You can't sell both at the same time to the audience. And again, the world needs to react accordingly. Like, if you're the kingdom, you need to be sending messengers to every single other human kingdom being like, dude, he's gonna kill us for a carriage. We're on the chopping block now. You're next. You're gonna be going down next. So come here and fight with us, or you're fucking dead. Because eventually, somebody's gonna break a fucking carriage in your fucking country, and nobody's gonna be able to help you. So there should be some desperation. I'll give you all the money you want. I'll give you whatever item, but he's fucking coming for us. We need to band together right now. Or they should be like, all right, that kingdom's lost. How about if you start retreating? Start moving your army over here. We'll do our last stand here. This is our Helm's fucking deep. There's no desperation whatsoever. Nothing. They're just like, well, I'm sorry I didn't bow as low as I normally would. I was busy. It's
Well,
really annoying. It's really annoying.
maybe all that tension that you mentioned will happen in season 6.
Oh, go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself, all right?
Gotta keep watching.
I can't do it. Can't do it. Anyway, I think that's good for today. That's good for today. It's enough complaining. As always, comments, questions, suggestions, you can find me at Super Dario World on Instagram and at DarioCW. Next Thursday. I still don't know what the hell is going to happen for Comic-Con. I haven't heard any confirmation one way or the other. So for the moment, next Thursday, we will be doing Underrated Gems. This time, like I said, Starship Troopers. If for any reason I get news tomorrow or whatever, then I might do it tomorrow. But as of right now, it looks like I'm not going to go to Comic-Con to do anything because, again, the writer's strike and the actor's strike. So I don't know what the fuck's going on. But so far, 5 o'clock this Thursday, we will be doing Starship Troopers. Next week, I am going camping, so we'll probably do it early. I'll probably do it Wednesday, Underrated Gems. But the movie, I'll tell you right now. You ready? You ready? Next Wednesday, next Thursday, I don't know. It'll be next week. The next movie we're going to do, Mortal Kombat. The one that came out in the 90s. Yeah, and you know why? It's because I played the song over the weekend, like, Mortal Kombat. And I was like, man, I got to watch that movie again. Because it's actually pretty good. So again.
So we're not talking about the 2021 film, right?
No, that one's garbage. No, I'm talking about the one that came out in the 90s. Right? The one that's actually good. The one that has the Johnny Cash fighting Goro, Sonya.
Cash?
Yeah, Johnny Cash. No,
Yeah.
Johnny Cage. I'm sorry.
Man in Black. Yeah.
Exactly. That one's actually good.
I'm Johnny Cage. I'm
right.
ready to fight.
Mortal Kombat. Flawless victory. Anyway, that's it for today.
Victory.
As always, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you again next time.